Plump Goops Podcast.
Interior stairs. Day. Mars and Bernard run up the stairs of the Mark A warehouse.
So many stairs.
A bang from behind them inside the warehouse. They jump.
Holy shit.
Keep going, dumbass.
Mars and Bernard run faster than before. Exterior wasteland. Day. A metal door juts out of a large boulder. Mars and Bernard burst through the door and fall onto the dusty floor of the wasteland. They both breathe heavily.
That was nuts.
What's going on, man?
Suddenly, both Mars and Bernard are grabbed and pulled to their feet. Mars looks up to see Rayon. Male, 20s, really cool. He smiles at Mars.
Howdy.
Behind Rayon, a group of wastelanders hop off four-wheelers and run, guns first, into the door. Rayon pulls Mars and Bernard over to his ATV.
Who are you?
Friends.
Rayon pushes Mars and Bernard onto the back of his ATV.
What? Where are we going?
Questions later.
Rayon jumps on the four-wheeler and guns it away from the door. Exterior wasteland. Moments later. Rayon flies through the wasteland on his vehicle. Mars and Bernard sit on the back of Rayon's ATV.
Where are we going?
Camp.
What camp?
The Resistance.
Bernard gasps.
No way, you guys are the Resistance?
What's the Resistance?
You don't know what the Resistance is?
Rayon scoffs.
Typical biker.
Exterior resistance camp outskirts. Later. The caravan pulls up to the edge of the camp. Rayon hops off his vehicle. The rest of his squad hurries into the camp. Rayon turns to Mars and Bernard.
Let's go.
Rayon strolls into the camp. Mars and Bernard slowly dismount.
Where are we?
The Resistance, dude. God, everybody knows about it.
Resistance? Resisting what?
What the fuck do you mean? Weren't you just kidnapped?
Oh.
This is so sick.
Bernard rushes into the camp. Mars sighs and follows. Exterior resistance camp continuous. Bernard follows behind Rayon. Mars looks around skeptically as he follows Bernard. Tents are scattered around the dusty landscape. Wastelanders hurry from tent to tent, administering medical aid, carrying food and water, and completing other chores.
Whoa.
Bernard pulls on Rayon's shirt.
Have you been above? Have you seen the factions? Which one's your favorite?
Mars pulls Bernard back.
This is cool and all, but I gotta go. My crew's probably tearing up the plains as we speak.
Yeah, bike man, I can get you a bike.
Rayon stops in front of a big tent.
You guys just wait out here for a sec. I'll be right back.
Then I'll get my bike?
Then you'll get your bike.
Rayon disappears into the tent.
You are so lame.
Mars looks over to see Bernard walking off into the camp.
Wait.
Mars hurries after him.
Where are you going?
We're in the Resistance camp. Duh, I'm gonna explore.
He said to wait.
He said to wait. You're like a child, dude.
I need that bike, kid.
Bernard approaches a small tent.
And you'll get your bike. Just relax.
Bernard reaches for the tent's door flap.
You're just gonna look into people's tents?
You're such a square. Nothing's gonna...
Bernard opens the flap to see interior tent continuous, a group of people surrounding a table. In the middle of the table sits a map of the 6 factions. At the head of the table sits an incredibly tall woman. Everyone in the room looks up at the pair at the door. Bernard and Mars stand frozen.
Sorry.
Rayon pulls Mars and Bernard back. Exterior resistance camp continuous. Mars and Bernard fall backward into the dust.
What the hell, guys? I told you to wait.
Who were they?
Way above your pay grade. You want your bike?
Please.
Come with me.
Exterior resistance camp outskirts. Moments later. Rayon leads Mars and Bernard up to a beat-up motorcycle.
It's nothing special, but it'll get the job done.
Mars grabs the handlebar.
Perfect.
Rayon grabs the other handlebar.
Oh, did you think you were getting this for free?
Mars groans.
What do you want?
Rayon pulls a slip of paper out of his pocket and rolls it up.
I need you to deliver this to someone for me. Here.
He hands Mars the rolled-up message and a map.
You've got enough fuel to get to the drop point. Once you're there, feel free to fuel up and head on your way.
Mars hops on the bike. Bernard hops on behind him.
You're coming too?
Where the fuck else am I gonna go?
Mars sighs and starts up the bike.
You could always come back once you're done. We could always use more heads.
Mars scoffs.
All right.
Mars revs the bike and flies off into the wasteland. Exterior wasteland later. The wind and dust whips across Mars's face. Bernard hides his head behind Mars's back.
God, how do you do this?
Where are we going?
Bernard pulls the map out.
Which way is north?
We're going north now.
Bang a right and we're 50 miles from the lighthouse.
The lighthouse?
That's what it says.
Mars makes a sharp right and guns it.
Are you gonna go back?
Back?
Back to the Resistance.
Not a chance.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Lighthouse sounds pretty nice.
Fuck you.
They ride on. Exterior lighthouse later. The two pull up to a tall, decrepit lighthouse. Mars steps off the bike and looks up at it.
This shit is creepy.
Stay down here.
Huh? Why?
No idea what's up there.
Mars heads to the entrance of the lighthouse. Interior lighthouse moments later. Mars reaches the top of a long staircase at the top of the lighthouse.
I hate stairs so much.
Mars steps into a dimly lit room to see a room full of mutant birds. They sit on every possible perch in the room. On the other side of the room, in a wooden chair, sits Cordelia, female, 80s, tall and thin. She looks out the huge open windows of the lighthouse onto the wasteland plains below. She speaks to Mars without turning around.
Did Rayon send you?
Yeah. I'm Mars. I have this message for you.
Cordelia turns around.
Bring it here if you will.
Yeah. Sure.
Mars walks carefully toward Cordelia. He looks out the corner of his eye at the birds who watch him walk past. He finally reaches Cordelia and hands her the note. She unrolls it and reads. Mars watches the birds warily as she reads. One bird shifts weight on its perch. Mars flinches. Cordelia finishes reading the note and rolls it back up.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Rayon said there'd be some fuel for me.
Buried directly under this window.
Cool.
Mars hesitantly makes his way to the door.
I assume Rayon gave you the choice,
Not much of a choice if you ask me.
so you won't help the cause.
It's not my cause.
Cordelia looks down at Bernard, who throws rocks on the wasteland ground.
You ride with the bikers.
Yeah.
Nomads typically think for themselves. It's understandable.
Keeps me alive.
But won't you think for him?
She nods down to Bernard.
You've grown into a man. You're one of the lucky few. Many don't make it to that stage in life.
I did it by looking out for myself.
Is he going to make it?
Bernard throws a rock at the lighthouse. It hits the metal wall and bounces back, striking Bernard in the forehead.
He never had a chance. None of us did. We live in squalor simply because of where we were born.
A bird flies and perches on Cordelia's shoulder. She attaches the note to its foot. It flies off. Mars looks out over the wasteland as the bird disappears into the red sky.
You can see everything from up here, huh?
Cordelia smiles out over the plains.
I can see enough.
Exterior lighthouse moments later. Bernard sits by the motorcycle. Mars exits the lighthouse. Bernard stands.
You can't leave me here, man. It's so boring.
Mars doesn't say anything. He walks to the base of the lighthouse and starts to dig in the dust with his hands.
Who's up there?
Some old lady.
Aw, man, I hate old ladies.
Mars wrenches a fuel can out of the ground. He looks at it.
No way.
Mars pulls out the map.
This isn't enough fuel to get to the fuel station, but it's enough to get back to camp.
Bernard lights up.
So you're going back?
I can drive about 40 miles on this and walk 10 to my nearest stash. Should be easy enough.
Oh.
Mars starts to fill up the motorcycle. Bernard's eyes fill with tears.
Don't leave me with a crusty old woman.
Thought you were tough.
Mars looks up at the lighthouse. Another bird flies out the window and off across the wasteland. He sighs.
Fine. I don't need you. I'll walk back to the Resistance where they need me.
Mars finishes filling the bike.
You'll die on your own.
You don't know me.
Bernard plops on the ground. He attempts to hide teary eyes by looking away from Mars. Mars sits on his bike. He looks out into the distance, then back toward the camp. He takes a deep breath and shakes his head.
Hop on.
Oh, thank fuck.
Bernard hops on behind Mars. Mars revs the engine and heads back to the Resistance camp. Exterior wasteland, day. Cordelia's bird flaps through the dark sky. It squints and sees a figure atop a rocky hill. The bird tucks its wings and dives toward the figure. Exterior hill, continuous. The bird flutters to a stop on a rock right next to a seated body. The body reaches down and grabs the note from the bird. As they bring it up, we follow the note to see the back of a head that wears a blonde wig. The person reads the note and rolls it back up. They give it back to the bird. The bird clutches the note in its claws and takes off again on its way. Cut to black.